I'm Darlene, and welcome to Super at 60. I have recently been looking through this special thing. This is my mom's recipe box. It's a little beat up, but it does the job. And while I was in there scouting around, I've seen this recipe before. This is a 1, 2, 3, 4 cake. Have you ever heard of that? I have not, other than just seeing this card. It's in my grandmother's handwriting. So I know that she must have made it, and there's all kinds of icky stuff on the card. I love finding cards like that. It's just, I wonder what kitchen it was in. Was it in her farmhouse kitchen? Was it in her New Jersey kitchen? Was it in her Virginia kitchen? I don't know. They moved around just a wee bit. So anyway, I'm gonna try and make that today, 1, 2, 3, 4 cake in right here on Super and 60 in my kitchen. So join me. We are going to start with 1 cup of Crisco. There's no butter in this recipe. Nope, just 1 cup of Crisco. I don't usually, I have the Crisco here at my home because it's kind of left over from some recipes that I had to do for Christmas that called for Crisco. And I guess I do make pie crusts every once in a while and biscuits every once in a while, but that's not a usual part of our daily life, really. All right, I know that's 1 cup of shortening, so there's our 1 of 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 cup of shortening. My grandmother was such a good cook and an incredible baker. Oh, her pies, her cookies, in particular her cakes, they were so good. So I am delighted to have, excuse me, some of her sweet recipes. And now I need 2 cups of sugar. So 1, 2, in the 1, 2, 3, 4 cake. There goes 1. There goes 2. I wonder sometimes, how old is this recipe? Where did it come from? Who started it? It sounds to me like a cake maybe out of, in somebody's kitchen, long ago, who just didn't have any butter or something. Maybe there's some kind of great story like that. I don't know. Usually these old recipes, very often there are old, great stories. Okay, 3 cups of flour. Oh, my oven is ready to go. I did preheat it to 350. Actually, the recipe calls for 375, but ovens have changed a lot in a lot of years, all those years. So, the usual temperature, universal temperature for baking is generally 350, even in convection, and I am using convection this morning. So, yeah, I'm gonna check. We'll put it on 350 for starters, and I'll keep a good eye on it. It doesn't say for how long it should bake, so yeah, I am gonna have to keep a really good eye on it. All right, so let's go ahead and get this started. You know what? I should have just mixed that flour, that Crisco and sugar together first. All right, let's just be real careful here. Flour goes flying. I don't think things are any good unless your kitchen is a mess after you're done. If you agree with that, just leave me a comment below. All right, we'll mix that up real nice. Flour over here. Okay, so we're gonna let that mix for a minute. So that's 1 cup of shortening, 2 cups of sugar, and 3 cups of flour. Now 4 eggs. Okay. Turn it off. Add our eggs 1 at a time. Whoops. It doesn't say 1 at a time, but A lot of the older recipes, like particularly pound cake recipes, I find it interesting. They do call for 1 egg added at a time. And that's okay, it's no big deal. As long as you just don't lose count. All right, so that's 2 of our 4. 3 and 4. All right, I don't know, is this gonna be pound cake like? Is this gonna be more coffee cake like? I really don't know. I'm just being totally honest with you. It'll be a surprise. All right. Oh, interesting. I think that's enough. All right, so now we have 3.5 teaspoons of baking powder. Okay, so here's our teaspoon. So it's gonna rise nice. 1, 2. Okay. Just put that in for half. And let's see, Grandma, what else did you want? 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla. Just 1/2 teaspoon. I love vanilla. Love of vanilla. And I think I mentioned before that I was in the process of making my own vanilla. This is not it. But yes, it is almost done. I need to check it. I haven't checked on it in about a month. Okay, and 1 cup of milk. I think I'll get this running while I stream the milk in. Oop. Does your mixer do that? Mine does. Lock it down. All right. There goes our milk. And you know what? That's it. I cannot believe I have never made this. It's so darn easy. Let me know below also if you have either A, heard of a 1, 2, 3, 4 cake, or B, you have actually made one yourself and what you think of it. Okay, that is going in. This is my bundt pan. I decided to put it in a bundt pan. Grandma does say here you can put it in 2 loaf pans. So I think you can make it like a bread loaf, you know, use 2 bread loaves, which kind of makes me think this could be more pound cake like. And the fact that she also says 1 large ring pan, which a ring pan is very similar to a bundt pan. A ring pan is just kind of flat side. It doesn't have any fanciness like that, at least what I've seen. And then the top here, or the middle right here, actually slips out, which really helps you when you're taking the cake out. But I don't know, I've had one, and for some reason I just always keep referring back to the good old bundt pan. Okay, let me get, well, maybe this will work. All right, here we go. Let's pour it in. Very nice. Oh, I am so glad that I finally got a chance to make this. I don't think my mother, I think it skipped a generation because I'm pretty sure my mother never made this. All right, that is it. That's it. I'm gonna put it in the oven right now. I think I'll put it, like I said, the recipe does not call for a certain amount of time to leave it in there, but it's a pretty heavy cake. So I will keep an eye on it. I'm gonna set it for 25 minutes, just to be safe. I'll check it again, and at the end, when it does finally come out, when I finally pull it out, I will tell you the exact time that I left it in there, and if I turned it up to 375 or not. But right now, I have it on 350. There is the 1, 2, 3, 4 cake. It is absolutely gorgeous. Look at that golden color. Yeah, this is definitely more like a pound cake. Okay, and I am going to cut into it right now. I don't want to, but I have to. I don't want to, I just want to preserve it, you know? It is so, so, so lovely. This sits on my mother's milk glass cake plate. I love the little bubbles on the bottom. They're so cute. I love old stuff. I love that I have a lot of my mom's stuff, a lot of my grandmother's stuff. I just love that. I think that's really important to have. Okay, shall we do it? All right, here we go. Ooh. Again, I have never made this, so I have no idea how it's gonna look inside, how it's gonna taste. Whoop. All right. Pretty, very, very beautiful. It looks a little lighter, maybe, than a pound cake. Look at us, we're like dissecting this poor little cake. But hey, all right. So I will go ahead and take a little bite here for you. Somebody's got to do it, right? Here I am. Well, I will say it is very delicious. Just the right, 2 cups of sugar seem like an awful lot, but it is a very large cake, and you're going to get a lot of pieces out of that. You know what? I think maybe if I made it again, and I think I will make it again, I will add some kind of a flavoring to this, or some kind of a flavoring, like an almond flavoring, or maybe a little more vanilla flavoring. It is such a wonderful basic cake. I think this would make a fantastic strawberry shortcake. Yeah, just get some fresh strawberries, or even some frozen strawberries. If you chop them up real well and thaw them, chop them up really well and drain them, and those thrown on here would be delicious with a little whipped cream, or even ice cream would be so good. Oh, even chocolate sauce over this. It is just your basic cake, but oh, it's delightful. It really is. It's really light. It is not heavy like a buttery pound cake, which I like those too. But this is really, really nice. I would strongly suggest making some kind of cake like this if you have a favorite sauce that you like to make. This would be a great summertime cake. If you just want a little something light to go with a cup of tea or a cup of coffee, this is the cake to make. Please, I want you to try this cake. Let me know if you do. Yeah, this is really good. Do enjoy it, and thank you so much for joining me today on Super at 60. I'm Darlene, and I am so glad you're here.